Recently, I had a conversation with Alex McDonald. Alex is a person who did an amazing thing in 2023. He ran 5 marathons in 5 days, completely fasted. He was low carb, ketogenic, fat adapted, and wanted to see what was possible and test this idea of fat as energy. And he did it in a very extreme way, and he was successful doing it. And there's a whole bunch of information you can find about what he did, how he did it, what the results were, how he came out of it at ketomarathons.com. But the one thing I wanted to talk about there is understanding that there's an important aspect of nutrition that is often overlooked. In my conversation with Alex the other day, he was mentioning a 100-kilometer run that he did, like 15 hours, something like that, like just running straight for hours and hours and hours on end, and how him being fat adapted and just going there and not having to refuel, right? Current recommendations, depending on who you talk to, anywhere from 60 to 80 grams or more. Some people say more, but hundreds of grams of carbohydrates that traditional recommendations have runners doing while they're running. That's where we get gels and all these different things, gummies, and all these different ways that runners can carry additional carbohydrates on them so that they can fuel themselves for their run, right? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 grams every hour. It's ridiculous. He shows up for 100 miles, does it. The only thing he has on him is water and electrolytes, Redmond real salt and bottles of water. That's all he had. And one of the things that he noticed that we talked about was that around the 60 mile mark, just running that long boggles my mind. But around the 60 mile mark, he noticed that as he was running, people were dropping left and right. What were they dropping from? What were they doing? They weren't dropping out of exhaustion. They had energy. They were dropping because they had to stop and vomit, because they had to go to the bathroom, or otherwise they would crap their pants. The distress on their body that their nutrition was causing them drastically impacted their ability to perform. Absolute breakdown of their digestive system and functions of their body, because they had to, they thought they had to, they were used to, they were being recommended to, and they've trained themselves to deal with the gut and the gastrointestinal distress of consuming so many carbs during their runs. And here he is running the entire time perfectly fine. The idea that your nutrition should support your performance includes those types of things. You should not have to deal with crapping your pants as a runner. You should not have to deal with stopping to puke and vomit as a runner. If you're trying to perform, your nutrition should allow you to perform. If it's not doing that, if your body is literally rejecting and having an adverse reaction to what you're doing to improve your performance in the moment, acute reaction, that's different than the long-term detriment of overtraining or the stress on your body from repetitive impact and all the other types of things of wear and tear in your body over time. If you are actually trying to improve your performance and your nutrition is not supporting you, it's time to look for something different.